Cool. I did it. I remembered how to set everything up. Oh, there we go. Let's see here. This is a little wonky, but I'll try to get it stabilized. So it's a pretty good angle. That's probably pretty good. That's good enough. Okay, let's see. Go live on Instagram. All right. Hi. Thanks for coming back. I know it's been a while, but here we are. And if this is your first live coloring session with me, feel free to color along and do as I do. But the point of this is more to do whatever you want. So use any book you want, any colors you want, and it's just to give us a space and a time to do some art and relax. And we try to have no expectations on ourselves, which no judgment. So like we meaning me, try not to judge whether it looks good or bad or whatever. And we just enjoy it, enjoy the process, enjoy the way the pencils sound or your pens or whatever you're using. Just enjoy the process to watch the color go down and chit chat, send me questions, send me funny comments. Hi Julia, hi Tina, hi Susan, hi Laura. Okay, so I kind of have some ideas for this. I pulled out these colors and this is just how I do it. I have a big swatch sheet of all of my pencils, but then I pull out the ones that I want to use for the page. Of course, you don't have to do it that way, but it kind of helps me. So that's how I'm doing it. And I kind of have an idea for this. So let's see if I can bring it to life. So Bethany has purple flowers, and then benzoin, which we usually use as like a resin. The flant flant is a mixture of flowers and plants. The benzoin plant has like white flowers. So I'm thinking like opposites here, kind of. So we'll see how that goes. I'm glad I am back doing this too. I definitely had to take a little breaky there, but I started to miss it, and my schedule started to free up a little bit, and I got done the things I had to do. Yeah, so here we are. The things that had to be done, one of which was Coloring Book of Shadows, the class, which I might add is a fabulous class. So these videos are free, obviously, these live videos. And I do share a lot of tips, but the point is not instructional, even though I do sometimes give you valuable coloring tips. But the class is like very instructional. There's almost like 8 hours of videos instructions. And I had to move it from the Teachable platform. It's still up there now, but it's going to come off Teachable. And if you're on Teachable, if you have the class on Teachable, don't worry. I will be emailing you with the new format. But basically, Teachable like increased their prices by $1 billion. Kat says the class is amazing. Oh, thank you. You know what? It is. And that was one of the things, like when I went back to read to kind of tighten it up a little bit, I realized how great it is. Like it really is an awesome class. So it's now available in my shop.coloringbookofshadows.com. There's a mini freebie class and then the big class. But anyway, it was a lot of work to move them off of Teachable and onto my new website. So, or yeah, into my shop. But I did it. We do shading, like I show you shading and lighting tricks. My favorite part is the color theory part. I kind of show you how to pick colors or some ideas on how to pick colors, you know, because it's up to you. You can just close your eyes and pick colors out of the box. I mean, you can pick by heart. It's up to you. But I give you some tips on it and show you fun examples from like Disney movies. Oh, Julia, yeah, you like I think I'll probably switch off between pencils and markers. But you feel free if you can't use pencils, because I know it's true, you do have to press a lot harder, so sometimes it hurts people's hands. If you're using markers, you can just use markers. But I think I might switch off. I was thinking about that because before I took the break, I was doing these demos and markers. And I thought about doing a marker class too, but I'm not so sure I'm going to go for that. Maybe, I don't know. I have a lot of books to do. Well, I decided to do the Sabbath books, and there are 8 of them, and it's kind of keeping me busy. I gotta admit. Even if I give myself a few years to do it, it's kind of maybe a little bit overwhelming. I was kind of like, damn it, why did I do this? Well, because it's cool. I wanted to. And the Yule book looks awesome. It's almost done. It looks really cool. You can check out my stories today. I put it up. I put up a super quick preview of it. It's pinned on my Instagram too. But yeah, so it's been a busy couple months, I gotta say. Very busy couple months. I ended up having to go to California to help my parents at the exact same time as the summer solstice. So I met with my coven for the first time in like 5 years. So that was really cool. It was really cool, and it made me kind of realize I should go back more. So yeah, I think I've had some good. I think it was a good break, and I figured some things out and kind of got myself situated like in some new routines, in a new path and all that. Oh, Julia. I'm sorry. You mean for the class? I thought you meant for these sessions. For the class, you probably could do it in marker. You know, I think you could do it in marker. I'd say give it a try. If it doesn't work or you think it's too hard to follow along with what I do, just email me. I know you. I'm not giving everyone in the world permission for that, but Julia, you can, because I know you. So give it a try if you want. I think you could follow with markers, but it's not a specific marker class. I do it in pencil. Sorry about that. Okay. I got a little confused. Yeah, a class for markers. Definitely thinking about it, but not there quite yet. But I will try to switch off on these Wednesday sessions with pencils and markers. I was considering that for sure. But anyway, yeah, so this week and the last week, I've been working on the cover for the 2026 planners. And it is really coming along. It looks beautiful. There are 2 versions, and I'm driving myself crazy picking. And no, I can't do 2. Can't give you options. Sorry. One cover per year. But and no, I'm not gonna do a poll. I have to make this choice, and I think that's kind of what was making me annoyed last night. Is like I think I was driving my friends crazy because I kept changing my mind and asking, like my husband. I'm like, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? And then I was like, I hate this feeling of being indecisive, like, and not knowing. Like, I was like, where is the witch that knows? Like, I want to be able to like trust myself, because I was kind of coming from a place of like, what if it's not the right choice? But I don't think there is a such thing as a right choice. Like, they probably both have their merits. And that feeling of like not trusting yourself, like of not being unsure, is just, ugh. Like I was not feeling that. So hi Chelsea. Oh, this is Coloring Book of Shadows Green Witch's Herbal by me, Amy Chesery. Deanna, let you choose. I know. I thought about it, but no. Laura says ask Owl. Yes, I think that is the right answer. Yeah, I'm not going to do a poll. I thought about it, but I think some people, I don't know. Because I need to make the choice. You know, it's my choice and I want to trust myself, but sometimes that's so hard. So, yeah. Philosophy S says, I bet the new planner will rock. It does rock. The inside is amazing, and both of the covers I have lined up are incredible. So I just have to pick one, and I know which one it's going to be. I'm waiting for the physical samples to come in first so I can choose in person. I think that's going to be the tiebreaker. But the interior, oh man, it's so cool. I'm finishing up the full color one this week. And it's all colored, but I have to like assemble it, basically. It looks so good. But if you didn't know, it's the theme. I think some people know, but probably not everybody. But the theme this year is Witchy Home and Garden. And so there's lots of little houses and goes into different rooms and magic of the different rooms. And I really tried to make it, even if you don't own your own house, or if you don't have a full house, like even if you have just a room or a small space, or even if you're like traveling this year or whatever, even if you're in the broom closet, or if you're out in the open, I put a variety of different tips, spells, ideas, magic. So I think it'll be really cool. I think you'll love it. I love it. Yeah, it looks really cute. All the interior stuff, like the art is so cute and just witchy things to do. It was really fun to come up with everything, because there is so much like hidden magic around your house. Like even if you don't try, just so many things are magic that we do, you know, kind of without realizing it. And like so many traditions are, you know, like dining, toasting, praying, being grateful at mealtime, or like all that stuff, you know, like the wishes we do, like gazing at the stars before bed, or like, like when you go out, go and you like gaze at the stars and like you wish for a better day or try to connect, with that spirit. I don't know. So like all that kind of stuff, getting dressed up, putting on perfume and scents and herbs and bathing and like all that is ritual, whether or not we call ourselves witches or we don't, or whether or not we realize it. It's all ritual and it's all, magical. So, yeah. So there was like plenty inspiration there. To work with. Okay, so at this point on this page, I'm just kind of like layering in my favorite parchmenty neutrals. I'm going really fast, as you can see. Sorry, as you can see, and I'm not being very careful on purpose. I guess I'm kind of at that phase with colored pencils where I'm pretty comfortable with them, so I can just like really let loose, which feels nice. I'm not there with all the other types of art that I do, but that's okay. Someone mentioned, yes, how hard it is to stay in touch with the coven and stay involved when you're busy. True. I moved pretty far away, so that was my excuse. Okay. So I guess I'll do, let's see. I'll do those little border parts. I think I kind of had those as a gold last time. I put metallic watercolor over them, but it looks like I used brown and gold. And I did this a little heavier, but that's okay. I could go even darker if I want to. I did sort of a brown and gold mix on the other page. Doesn't have to match exactly, of course, but kind of make them blend. Pre-order, Crystal asks if there will be a pre-order for the planner. No, but they usually do start going up about a week in advance, maybe a little bit more. I'm an indie press. So I basically have my own publishing company. So it's just, I don't know. It's very complicated. It's very complicated. So I can't, every time I've tried the pre-order systems, I break them and it makes me really nervous. And then some of them I can't pre-order, like I just can't. There's just no way to do it with some of the systems that I use. So I'm going to try to, like my website, it's the longest lead time. Like it takes, 4 or 5 days to ship from my store and a little longer to get there. So I'm going to try to put them up early. And then I can't really control the inventory that goes to Amazon. It's just, the pre-order system is totally wonky. Like it freaks me out. So when they get there and they kind of go up for sale. So those might go early just because I don't want them to be late. So mid-October, the official release date is the 21st of October for the 2026 planner. But mid-October, it'll probably start going live. And I don't know. I reserve the right to delay the PDF version again until like maybe late November. Notice my tone dropped because I've had to deal with counterfeits for 2 years. I don't know. Call me naive, but I think, or way too hopeful. But I want them to leave me alone now, because the first year I kind of got slaughtered by counterfeits in 2023. Last year I was ready for them and I shut them down pretty quick. And I don't think they were able to ship any counterfeits. And I don't think they made any money off it. So my hope is that they leave me alone going forward. But the first year they pirated the PDF. So I delayed it last year just to not give them a head start. So we'll see. We're going to see how that goes. Yeah. And then the wall calendar. I'm going to make a 2026 wall calendar as well. Probably released a little bit later, because that's another thing that's like really rampantly counterfeited. So probably like I did last year, probably not release that until the end of October, or I'm sorry, the end of November, early December. All right. So reference photos of plants. These are purple. Julia, you still can't believe they did me dirty. I appreciate that. I know. It's wild. Wild. Not just me. Like, oh, the art piracy in the world right now is just insane. But I learned a lot about it. Like, I know what to do now. So that's kind of good, because I used to kind of fear it, you know. I mean, I still fear it. To be quite honest, I kind of still fear it because it takes a lot of time and effort. But I don't fear it as much because I know what to do. Like, the first time it happened, I was like running around confused, trying to figure out how to deal with it for 2 weeks, and lost momentum, you know. Like, they're able to really start replicating it very, very, very quickly. But then now that I know, like last year I was on it. So what was it that He-Man used to say? Knowledge is power. Was that He-Man? Yeah. So. Oh, the wall calendar. Deanna asked about the wall calendar. You can look, if you look at shop.coloringbookofshadows.com, you can see the old one, like last year's. There, it's like there's spaces to write. It's like a standard like a month. It's like a monthly calendar. It has a big picture at the top and then like little squares. So it has little, yeah, it has little squares that you can write in. So there is space to write. Small spaces, but not too bad. I think it's pretty good. It's a good size. It's like an 8.5 by 11 size, and that's how big the whole month calendar is. So it's pretty good, but like a very standard wall calendar. But yeah, a little number and then a little space to write. Some of them, I think I know what you mean. Some of them just have the number and then you can't, there's like no little writing square or something. But there is a little space to write. And they're beautiful. The calendars are like so gorgeous. They're all glossy. They look really nice. So I'm looking forward to that. And they're full color. The wall calendar is full color. So you can write on them for sure, like with ballpoints or Sharpies or gel pens or whatever. For coloring, the paper is a little too glossy for coloring, so there's not a coloring book version, if that makes sense. But the calendar is already in full color. The wall calendar. Okay. Well, that looks pretty. So what's next? Do you remember He-Man saying by the power of Grayskull? Yes, yes. He said that, didn't he? That was He-Man. That was his favorite line. That's what he was known for. All right, so these benzoin flowers are mostly white. And they have like a little bit of a yellowish tone here. Centers are yellow. A little bit of a yellowish tone, and then I'll do some of my fun tricks for coloring things that are white. So like if you look at white things, they usually do have like a tinge of color. It's kind of like when you're like squinting at something to see the color of the aura. You can do the same with white, and I'm not going to do too much here, but a little bit of gray. On some of these white flowers. Just make them, they'll still look white, but then maybe look a little bit more dynamic. And then let's see, these leaves look pretty bright. I'm going to try to do a little bit of a brighter green here. Deanna, yeah, not a coloring calendar. I don't know if you asked that before or after I explained it. It's a full color. The planner, the book, has more stuff in it, and it comes in both black and white coloring book version and a full color version. The wall calendar has less stuff in it. It's just the 12 months. And it is only in full color. So the wall calendar does not come in a coloring book version. But the planner book does. So I hope that makes sense. Well, those look kind of nice. It's quite lovely. Alrighty then. So smoke. We got smoke, cauldrons, accessories, and then like shadowing and deepening everything, which is kind of my favorite part. and then splattering gold paint over it. Which I don't have set up, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do that on camera today, but so some of these I'm just going to do real basic. Let's see. So the cauldron, I'm going to make it black-ish, maybe kind of a dark gray. So light gray first. Isn't that nice? This is the part where I'm like, oh, yes. Stop chit-chatting and just be there for a minute and watch the shading come out. I love it. That's cute. It almost looks like a silver cauldron, like even without going any darker. I like it. And then, so yeah, benzoin is usually a resin, like an incense resin. But you can get it in like an essential oil format too, which is kind of why I did these little bottles with liquid. And then not sure, undecided if I'm going to mask over these lines to try to make these bottles look more clear. But for now, I'm just going to do my little transparency trick where you color the background color through it and leave the edge. And then we'll see. I always have such terrible luck getting my white markers to work, especially on camera. I've heard that white acrylic markers are kind of all the rage. Acrylic markers in general. And so you can see here I did one water top darker and one lighter. If you look at the top of water, it depends kind of how the light's hitting it, whether or not it's a highlight or a shadow. It can kind of go either way, and sometimes it's kind of stripy. So I'm doing one of each. And then keeping these really simple. My class, Coloring Book of Shadows, the class, goes into a couple different types of bottles, transparent and opaque. So if you're interested in that, it does take you deeper and give like lots of practice examples. I also provide printables, in the course for all the instructions, so you can color along with that. Okay, looking pretty good. Oh, sorry, bonked the camera there. So now I must choose the color of the butterfly. I think I'm going to go contrasting. Orange butterflies are always nice anyway. Beautiful, beautiful, simple. Nice contrast to the purple and to the green. Kind of stands out a little bit, a lot of it, but that's okay. It gives the page a little bit of a central focus. Maybe add a little more orange up here just to pull it through a bit. All right. And now the deepening. Yeah, so this is my favorite part where I just start darkening stuff. To my liking. It really helps to stand out when you have some darker bits. Creates contrast and kind of just brings you into it. Cool. Okay, so I got to darken this purple, but I'm not going to go too crazy with it. And I'm not going to be too precise. I'm just going to kind of go on the underside of some of these flowers, like the shadowy bits. And it's kind of bringing it out a little bit. Throw all the precision out the window for this last one. Just blend it in because I want it to be nice and dark. And a little bit lighter as it goes up the page. It's looking quite lovely. All right, so the background. So this one, I think it's just a little bit of darkening that I must do here. It's looking pretty good. It's I think it's just too light in a few spots. So what I saw on those other pages that I liked was like a darkening in these corners. Oh yeah, Melissa, someone's asking about rewatching. Totally. Like YouTube is the best because they keep them forever and they're a little easier to find. Like if you go to YouTube, there's to my channel, there's a live tab where they're all together. Like all the live ones are together in chronological order. Like on Facebook, they kind of get lost, and on Instagram, if I do repost it, they kind of get lost too. So YouTube's like the best place for re-watching these sessions. So you can go back and watch like the older ones too. And that's automatic on YouTube. Facebook keeps it for a month, I think. I don't know. And then Instagram, if I repost it, I can repost it as a reel, which sometimes I do. Okay. So that's looking good. And then the corners. Ooh, that's dark, but that's okay. Adds a nice contrast. And then I'm going to stand up and look at it. Standing up and looking at it is one of my favorite tricks. Sometimes like, like shake out your face. look in the distance and then come back and look at it. Like it just helps. It's weird. It's a weird trick, but it helps you to see it kind of with fresh eyes. So like, I like these purple squares, but they're a little obnoxious. So I'm going to take this outer space pencil, which is like a very, very dark blue. You could use a dark purple, but something kind of neutral-ish, like a dark gray or something. I'm going to tone it down and darken it a little bit with this outer space pencil. That looks better already. The purple was nice. It was just a little bright for my face. Hi, Denise. I see you lurking. Denise is a very cool lady. She's one of my husband's friends from like high school, I think. That's one of the cool things about my husband is like all his friends that are girls are really cool. And I don't know. It's how it should be, but women like my husband. Like they feel comfortable with him and he's just like, I don't know, nice to women. Like, I don't know. They feel comfortable. Like he does handyman work right now and like he makes people feel comfortable, you know? You know how sometimes you have like a stranger in your house and you're kind of like, but he's like, I don't know. Something about him is disarming. Maybe because he's a total clown. I don't know. Well, that looks nice. So you can see, I think you can probably see how that changed a little bit. Like when I added the dark, what's this called? Outer space. It neutralized a little bit of the purple and it kind of brought the lighter stuff out forward a little bit more. So that looks beautiful. Look, admire my work. It's okay. You don't have to admire it. I am admiring it. Yeah, that came out nice. Give myself a round of applause on that one. Ta-da! The bottles are cute too. Look at that. I didn't even do anything too fancy. Like I didn't mask out the lines or add white pen or anything. It looks good. Okay, moving on. So I still have that outer space pencil and I'm kind of darkening a little bit here, but I'm not going to do too much. Just a little to deepen it. Okay. What else? Let's see. We've been at this a while. 45 minutes, not too bad. Yeah, if I can finish this like within an hour, that's pretty good. It's kind of nice to finish the whole thing in one sitting. Not that there's anything wrong with going back. I certainly do that a lot, but... Oh, I'm going to use my outer space pencil on the green too. This is sort of a great color for that because it's a blue, but not too blue. So you can like blend over other colors with it. Jacqueline noticed that outer space made a big difference, didn't it? So that's like a nice thing about blending. And then like if you do notice like, oh, that came out too bright, you can tone it down with a more neutral color. So that's nice. Nice little trick to have. Add a little bit of shadowy parts in here. The outer space, but not too much. Beautiful. Okay, almost there. Then I have to go do like a bunch of paperwork and stuff like that. Exercise for the day. I skipped yesterday. Because I got obsessed with revising the 2026 planner cover. Oh my God. I want to make it nice. And it will be nice. It's looking great. Look how smoky that smoke looks now. Deepen some cauldron shadows here. Yeah, at this part I kind of just, I don't know, things just start popping out that need to be darker. Or the opposite. Like if something looks flat, like something doesn't look light enough, you can, if you darken what's next to it, by the power of contrast, it lightens. Like, so that bottle needed more contrast, so darkening next to it did the trick. And what else? Whoops. I was stressing. Stretching. Hi, Mel. Oh, do I take requests? And can I do a page from Witch Life? Oh, maybe. Maybe. I will consider it. I actually don't, oh God. I'm such an asshole. That request was perfectly fine. It didn't bother me. Jacqueline, just letting you know. It was perfectly reasonable request. But I don't know if it's just me, but I do hate being told what to do. And sometimes suggestions can feel like being told what to do to me. I think even if the person didn't mean it that way. But that didn't feel like that. I'm just when you asked if I take requests, the answer is sometimes. And that was just a random picking up of the green pencil and coloring with it because it felt right. And look how beautiful. That really made a big difference. Bringing the green through a little bit to these spaces. So that was a good call by me. So let's see. Okay, so the butterfly's a little weird to me, but that's okay. I think I'm just gonna probably leave her. Maybe I'll just add, oh yeah, that's helping. Okay. I'm adding a little bit of a brown just to tone her down a bit and blend her in with the rest of the page. Like I like her being a focal point and a contrast, but it was maybe a little bit much. So this kind of helped. I think it helped. Okay. Okay, almost there. And yeah, when you're done is a state of mind. It's subjective. Oh, that was a lot of brown. I'll just leave it. That was more dark brown than I wanted, but that's okay. I was making better choices standing up, so I'm going to stand up and look at it. I think sometimes like when you get super close up to it, like tunnel vision, for me anyway, like it's hard to see the bigger picture, but even standing up and like looking at it from a foot away or just a little farther away helps to see that bigger picture. So try it. All right. So I think that's it. I wanted to do the metallics, but I don't know if I have them handy. Okay, let me go back. Nope. I don't know where those are. I have to find them. So I will have to find the metallics and finish up with the metallic sprinkles and all that at the end. But I think for now, I'll just call this done because it looks beautiful. I know, I'm having thoughts. These letters, I don't know if adding green is the right idea, but I think just a little bit so they'll stand out a little more. The resin is brown, so I could have added brown. But I don't know. I kind of like the way the colors are working together here. Kind of reminds me of the scent of it. Kind of a rich scent. So some rich colors together. There. Yes. That did it. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. That was really fun, and I'm glad we're back at it. So I really appreciate your presence. And if you colored anything from my books today, post it in the group or tag me on Facebook. Or you can always just email or DM me if you don't want to post it in the group. That's cool too, but I want to see. And I'll see you next week, Wednesday at 8 Eastern, and we'll color again. All right. Have a great night. See you soon.